What's up, everyone? I'm Bethany, aka Queen Bee from the South. Baby, watch your mouth. And this is the Crazy Sexy Cool show. Here at Crazy Sexy Cool, we talk music in a fun and unfiltered way, always joined by a special guest. And today, I am joined by someone that I love, someone I respect, someone that's synonymous with the word boss, someone synonymous with the term hustle, with getting money. We have an entrepreneur. We have a New York Times best-selling author, okay, the ultimate networker. We have multi-platinum recording artist, Rick Ross in the house. What's up?
How What's happening?
Happy
What's
New
happening?
Year.
Happy New Year.
Look, toast. Cheers.
Toast.
2023, we here.
2023, we here.
How did you bring in the new year?
I actually was I in Bahamas or Club Live? Either way.
Either way.
Yeah, it was one of them vibes. Yeah. But I'm just glad we all made it.
Yes, we here. Another year, another time to get it. Do you have a New Year's resolution?
I'm going to be honest, I don't have a New Year's resolution. And I feel right now, we so deep in the game, we all need to make lifelong resolutions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lifelong.
Fuck that first 2 months shit. You know
fuck
those fake diets, those fake fasts and all that. No, let's stop lying to ourselves and really make that commitment.
I like that. Well, here on Crazy Sexy Cool, I like to start by going to the beginning where things started for you. Not like when you first started music, but what started your journey to music, like what influenced you. So I want to go back to your childhood. I want to go back to Clarksdale, Mississippi.
Right.
I want to go back to Carroll City.
Right.
I want to know, what is the first song you remember hearing as a little boy? Like the first song you was like, I like that. Like you heard it on the radio, maybe your parents played it around the house. What's the first song that you were like?
Well, the first artist that I could really, that come to mind was, that my parents played, was Johnny Taylor.
Wow.
Yeah, Johnny Taylor.
Do you have a specific song?
Really, his whole discography. If you just cut on Johnny Taylor, I'm going to sing with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what the house got cleaned with.
Okay.
And, being the shorty. So it was just one of those vibes. And rap music, man, it's like,
it blew your mind?
Most definitely. Whether it was Run DMC, whether it was Too Short, whether it was, just Two Live Crew.
Yeah.
I loved it all. It didn't matter where you was from. Because for me, the music and the fashion went hand in hand. It was like, damn.
Was it that made you feel like, I want to be a part of something like that? Was that always on your mind, or did that come later? As far as being involved in music?
I most definitely resonated with it. When I saw Eric B. and Rakim in that Dapper Dan, them jackets, I knew, whatever I got to do to get one of them coats, I'm willing to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, having the Mercedes Benz, that was just something else. But, just having that gear, having that, I was just like, yo, that's that vibe right there.
Mm-hmm.
And the music spoke for itself. Whether we was on bikes, if we was just sitting at the lake fishing, the music spoke for itself. But everything else that went along with the culture, that went along with hip hop and rap music.
See, I noticed that you said Two Live Crew. Of course, that's local for you, but you also said Too Short. How did you get introduced to Too Short, who's over on the West Coast?
That was just one of those things. We was youngsters.
Yeah.
Bitch, it was just, damn, homie, just in those beats.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that try to not give Short his credit, but it wasn't just his, foul mouth for his language. No, it was the beats and his flow that was consistent. And it was just dope. And, when it came to West Coast music, it always grabbed hold of me.
Yeah, it was a different vibe. I'm really impressed, like, how the West Coast had their own flavor. They didn't try to really do what New York was doing or what the South was doing.
No.
They were really original. So with that being said, when you were able to make your first, you were making your own money, what was the first album or record or single that you bought with your own money? And where did you get it from?
We had a record store. Damn, I don't know. It was the Blue Joint. Sat right on the backside of 163rd Street Mall. So everybody would catch the bus to the mall.
Mm-hmm.
I walked through the mall before I bought any shoes, before I bought anything. I always went to the record store.
Music first.
Yeah, music first. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, you know, those album covers, you know, I was buying vinyl. You know what I'm saying?
So the album cover was influential to what you bought?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who's like...
9 times out of 10, I bought MCs that I've never heard their music. It was just based off your album cover. That's how much I was influenced by the fashion, the style. I remember when I fell in love with West Coast music. Of course, NWA, Eazy-E, Ice Cube was my favorite artist. But when I went into the store, the record store, I bought a King T album.
Just because the album cover was crazy.
I remember the album cover right now. It was a tangerine orange 64 Impala. Yeah, convertible. And when I seen it, I said, God damn.
So were you always
chest hurt.
Were you always a car guy?
Always, yeah.
Did music influence your preference in cars?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. If you're let's say if you was an R&B artist, I played your music in my car. If it slap, it had to slap though. So that's right. Keith Sweat. That was I'll Be Sure. Ooh. That was Mary J. Blige. What's the 411?
See, I didn't think you would go R&B with it.
Of course I would.
Okay.
That Mary J. Blige was the 411. They play. You had that 4-pack, that Sanyo 50 by 50, 410s. Yeah. I was coming through the hood with it.
So you playing R&B.
R&B as well.
So when you get in the car, is it R&B first before you go to rap?
It's a good chance it's R&B first.
Mm-hmm.
And
what
when
era?
you got to realize when you hear Maybach music, when you hear that sound, what made the title even really mean so much was it's all about being illustrious. It's about being rich. It's not just we're not just trying to have the most bass, which I felt like when I was young, a lot of times that was what the goal was, you know what I mean? But to me, I wanted it to feel rich. I wanted it to feel appealing, feel sexy, appeal to R&B listeners as well as rap listeners. So when you get in my car, depending on what I'm riding in, let's say if I'm jumping in the Rolls Royce, I may go straight to Phil Collins.
Wow.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Okay.
Yeah. Let's keep going. And then we could go all the way to the gangsters, you know what I mean?
I like that. Yeah. I'm an R&B girl myself. But I go for the luxury rap if I'm going to play it in the car. It has to ride smooth like an R&B song would. And you are definitely the king of that. So cheers to you.
You're a boss. Cheers.
All right. So I want to know, when you have all these different genres that's influencing you in music, when did you decide to take it to the next level? When did you say, I'm all in music-wise, 100%? Or is that ever been your thing, to just be 100% in one thing? Because I know as an entrepreneur, you have your hand in so many different pies.
I do. But, it all began with the music. You know what I mean? And I remember when I started attending Miami Gardens Elementary, that was just one of those things. Soon as I got there, the dudes that fought the most, all of the ones who talked the most shit, we came together, and, it was just one of them things. And one of my homies, Avery Branch, he actually was on, went by Bishop. He was on a couple of my albums. He had a older brother that his parents adopted. He was a gangster, you know what I'm saying? So soon as we met him, that first weekend, we already knew what the play was. But he right then, put that music on us. So we went from just listening, being fans in the car to soon as you get home from school, bam, okay,
so
what we doing?
Writing.
Let's say I was introduced maybe in the 2nd, 3rd grade to where it was more than just riding in the car. Nah, when you come home, when you wake up in the morning, before you go to school, you want to listen to your music to where by the time I may have been in the 4th grade, where we was like our first rap group. Like, yo, we're a rap group. Nigga.
Did you have a name?
It was a whack name. I don't even want to say it.
Please share. It's all right. It's a part of the process, the journey. You got it tatted on you?
Yeah. I got it right there.
What is it? Come on, share it with the people.
Yo, it's Willow. And where that came from was, it was a film with the short, fat dude. Mm-hmm. And, everybody knew me as Will. And they was like, yo, you Willow.
Willow.
And I was like, yo, that's whack.
So did the group have a name?
Nah, the group, we was whack. We was a whack group. We was real, though. To me, that meant more.
But in elementary school, that's really early to be like, this is what I want to do. And I know I'm going to take this a little bit more serious.
And we took it very serious. And we didn't second guess it. Because it was one of those things where, like I said, we had the big homie that, he playing vinyl records, so and he, somebody we really look up to. So as soon as we get home from school, boom, what we listening to, this the vibe, okay, this is what it is.
Well, speaking of groups, can you name your top 3 groups of all time?
NWA, yeah, most definitely. I could say NWA.
Okay.
I could say 2 Live Crew.
Of course.
And I'm going to go with Tribe Called Quest.
Wow. I thought you would have said Outkast, but I like that.
Yeah. I just had to switch it up. See, and when you say a group like Outkast, it's like, damn.
How can you
Yeah. But it's just one of those things. I'm not the best at naming the best 3. Because when I listen to, oh my God, my list could go on. I could name 15 more dudes.
Okay, well, give me 3 more.
3 more. Okay, let's say EPMD.
Okay, yes.
I love EPMD just that much. Eric B. and Rakim.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then let's most definitely say Outkast.
Okay, thank you.
And then let me throw in 8 Ball MJG.
Thank you, yes.
Then damn, Ghetto Boys. I could keep going. That's what I mean because... those projects that for you to be one of my favorites, you had to touch me in a special way.
So can we talk about female artists and groups?
Yeah.
So who would you put in your top 5?
Individual, we talking solo?
Groups.
Oh, I was finna say, damn, let me see. That might be a little more difficult. But if I was just coming right off the brain, I would have said MC Light.
Yes.
She was, she was just, for me, that was just that tone of voice, that how she had she had her shit
style icon.
Yeah, most definitely. So, but when we saying groups, I'm going to go to Salt and Pepper. You know what I'm saying? They used to always wear those leather jackets. That was super dope. What else? Who else?
Any genre. You can even go like singing groups, R&B groups.
We could go R&B groups. Let me see. Let's go some R&B groups. Who was super dope? Who else? Give me one.
Who else you got in your city?
Trina was always that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And she's influenced city girls for sure.
Without a doubt. Shout out to city girls. They doing their thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They making noise. They getting money. I love that. And who else? Come on, let's keep going.
I mean, we can go Supremes. If we talking about
the OGs like that?
Absolutely. Why not?
Damn, the Supremes.
I mean, it's influential. It's through hip hop.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
We done sampled and looped more of their records than damn near anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you talk Supremes, damn, the pictures on my wall is Tina and all the legends. So it's too many.
It's too many.
It's too many. It's just when you say Supremes, you're talking from the 70s to now. That's 50 years worth of amazing music.
I'm going to also say Destiny's Child. Because
we in Texas, it makes sense. You know what I mean? And not
that's
only
right.
that, that's Beyonce may be the most influential female there is, but that's 50 and 60 years worth of dope-ass records.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so I have another segment here that I like to call Fan Mail. And we have some questions that some listeners and viewers have sent in. So I'm going to read them from these cards.
Please do. One time for all the viewers and the listeners.
That's right. We got a lot of Rosé fans out there. So I got Mari from Detroit. He asks, In what way, if any, has your why changed as it pertains to making music now versus when you first started?
Could you ask me that one more time?
How has your why changed?
Why?
Yeah.
Meaning?
Like your reason for doing music versus from when you started versus now. Do you do it for the same reason?
Well, the drive, it's different ways I could answer that, but the drive and the love is still the same.
Mm.
I'm in a different position. It's a much different time, so when I began making music, it was just out of the love of hearing somebody like go in the studio, put that together, and it's a young dude that's way across the world that don't know you, but hearing your vision and hearing your talent, hearing your gift. So that's still that drive for Rose. It is.
To reach people in other corners.
Oh, yeah, my shit finna be slapping. They finna feel this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they finna get to know me, you know what I mean?
So when you go to another country and people are rapping your lyrics word for word, how does that make you feel?
Oh, it most definitely touch you, especially when you're in a country where they don't even speak English.
Exactly. Yeah.
But they'll rap your song as you go sing along, and once the song over with, they go back into a whole nother tone. You don't know what the hell they're talking about. But you just know it's love. You see it, you feel it, and I just connect with them.
And it resonates with them.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah. And you're also helping people learn English.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it too. Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah.
All right, we got Brandon from Jersey. He asks, how do you feel about the evolution of beats and hip hop right now? Right now, drill and Jersey club music are trending. Do you have plans on putting out music in that style?
I'm not inspired to. You know what I mean? It's like Rose got my own swag. I got my own vibe. I got my own, and I understand I got a gift that I could get on any vibe. And, my little homies who be in the studio right now, when they be in the lab and they switching up shit, I could come up with a verse right then. But am I really excited to release that? Not as much. I love to do what I do, kind of, you know what I mean?
You like to do what feels good to you.
Right. And I love when I hear the little young homies on drill doing they shit, that shit, when I like it, and I love that they got their own vibe like that.
Yes. Well, that's dope that you embrace it still. You don't shun it, because I feel like a lot of people who've been in the game for a while don't really embrace change, but I feel like you do. Like,
when something dope is dope. It's like you got to be a weirdo to be in the club and some shit slapping, but you don't want to vibe to it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't vibe. Nah, to me, if it's dope, it's dope.
So what do you think about that term, real hip hop? When people say, oh, this ain't real hip hop, like, is there such thing?
For one, when somebody say that around me, who is that coming from?
Ooh.
That's first and foremost.
Who? Source in consideration.
Right. Who? It's like when somebody's sitting there with me and you talking in terms of real. For one, who are you? You know what I mean? And not in no disrespectful way, but what you mean?
Yeah.
Because you could mean, it's so much shit. Everybody have their own opinion in different ways.
They do.
And
people are influenced based on where they're from.
Exactly. And so when you sitting there with me, you gotta have a wide range of hip hop to be talking about real hip hop, because you gotta understand and really understand the foundation of this shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, we have another question. Ian Kelly wants to know, do you still believe in label support being necessary for artists, or do you feel the game has changed to where independent artists without label attachment hold more leverage?
It depends on the artist you really talking about. Mm-hmm. Have we seen artists be successful without major label support? We have, but is that a majority? No, it's not. You understand? So it depends on the situation.
Do you think it's important? Like, if you were to be a brand new artist, would you be more so trying to do the independent route, or would you want the label support?
I would want to do a major label. I want to go all the way out. That's just the Rose way.
For you?
It's a lot of differences, meaning just depending on the how much are you investing in yourself. It's only so much. You can make some amazing records, but can you make it even bigger with the right support? Of course you can. And what means the most to you? Do you want to just say, I got all this to myself and I'm over here by myself, or yo, I'm really doing some shit that's gonna change the world? It just depends on you. I know myself, I wanna, I wanna touch the masses. So if I gotta create a partnership with a brand, that's cool. I love partners.
Okay. Speaking of brands and partnering and investing, also, can you tell our listeners and viewers more about the Boss Up conference that you have?
Right. The Boss Up conference is this would be our third annual Boss Up conference later this year. And it's really all about networking, allowing, people with dreams, with visions, with companies to really get in the room with other individuals and come up with, let's have these discussions. You know what I mean? Talk to me. What we doing?
Do you find people to be kind of weird in the music industry where they are kind of socially awkward?
A lot of times they can be different. People come from different vibes. Mm-hmm. I'm real optimistic when I'm talking to somebody. I get it. I get it. These people come from different places. A lot of times people be uncomfortable around me, and I get it. It's cool. But what are we having this discussion about? Getting to some money? Creating a partnership, doing something that's cool, doing something that's dope, doing something we both interested in. I know how to look past certain things. You know what I mean?
Right.
And look at the big picture.
The big picture.
Right. Because
so that's why you're not really with New Year's resolutions. It's more like the bigger picture.
It's most definitely about the big picture, but I done seen so many fake resolutions there is. These motherfuckers be eating cheeseburgers on the second day. These motherfuckers just held hands at the table and prayed and said what they was gonna do for the whole year.
Yeah.
Bitch ain't last 48 hours. It's like, God damn. So you gotta, at some point, you gotta be real with yourself. Like, is this what we really finna do?
How has the Boss Conference been as far as success? Like, do you feel like every time it ends, you feel...
Oh man,
like
wildly successful, yes, because so many different partnerships were created from it.
What was something that was surprising that came of it? Like people who sign up for the Boss Up Conference,
right?
Do you look and be like, oh, they're coming from a certain country or they have a certain business that maybe you
It's a lot of different businesses, different countries, different backgrounds. Like, me walking through the Boss Up Conference, I met a young lady one time. It's just, and what do you do? Oh, I sell femininity. Forgive me if I'm not saying it right. Feminine, like, talk to me, tell me what this is. It's almost like showing women how to be, even more in touch with their softer side. Okay. And it's like, wow, I've never heard of this.
I like that.
Give me some, and that's what it was. So it's just so many different things. To where construction companies, to where, real estate,
so it's not a particular industry. It's not entertainment. It's really any entrepreneur out here.
Right. It's just a bunch of people that's getting money different ways. Like, how can we share each other's resources? How can we share each other's background? What you got going on? I know somebody that's looking for that.
Yeah.
Let me introduce you to, and that's what it's a lot of that.
So you're like a dot connector.
Why not?
You get people
Why not?
together.
I'm a bridge.
I like that
I'm
term.
A bridge.
I like that term.
I'm a bridge.
Yeah.
Let's connect.
Yeah, cheers to bridges.
Cheers to bridges. You feel?
Yes, yes.
Why not?
So before we go, I have a question about the last song. I asked you about the first song, but I want to ask you about the last song. And me and my friend, we talk about this, like, if we hear a certain term or a dope song, we'd be like, play this at my funeral. At my funeral.
Right.
For those who ain't country,
Right.
If you could have one song to be played at your memorial when you've gone to glory, what would you like to be played for you? In remembrance.
That's a very powerful question. Me being a king, me being a leader, me being a lion,
Okay.
It's one of those things. I could see it being an intimate situation. An intimate situation. Why not? It might have to be one of those Johnny Taylor records. Let's take it back to the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go out the way you came in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
I have to remember that.
Yeah, and if you happen to be there, make sure you stand up and you dance to it. Yeah,
right.
You feel me?
That's right.
Why not?
All right, so we're going to wrap the show up today. Thank you so much for joining me here at the new Crazy Sexy Cool show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Amazing vibe, much success.
Thank you.
Crazy Sexy Cool. Everybody that's watching, make sure you send this to all your friends, you dig?
That's right. Thank you so much for watching and listening. The show is available on all platforms. Wherever you listen to podcasts, it's there. Wherever you watch, YouTube, what's up? That's where we are. Follow us on Instagram at Crazy Sexy Cool Show. All right, until next time, we out.